Welcome back to D.Gray Man Anime Review Special number 13. Yeah, it's been a bit since the last of the chapter for this one. Now, we're discussing two chapters this episode, and, well, this review anyway, Special 14. The two most recent chapters, and here's some good news for you. They finally wrap up the flashback stuff for this series. And I'll tell you how long, basically, it's been since we've been in the flashback stuff. So, with chapter 47, which is called chapter 247, Say Goodbye to AEW, A Path of Purpose. So, yeah, with this very chapter, we finally come back to present day, where Alan is talking to Kanda about Mana's death. Like, is he dead? Like, they question that. Of course, they run into their old friends, like, man's good, this one dead. And of course, they're right on a couch, or sitting on the couch anyways. And of course, what to do next. Yep, and of course, bit of flashback with Mana. Good stuff here. And of course, we have Link pop up here. Been a while since see him. And we get sort of like a mini reunion of basically stuff before, so yeah. And of course, see, like, various other stuff happen here. And of course, everyone, like, hug everybody, see each other again. All depends what happens next. Like, on Truth of the Holy War. Before we move into this chapter, we have been stuck in the flashback stuff. Now, here's the thing. This started back with chapter 230. That's where the flashback started. This whole flashback story arc. Believe it or not, that was in October 2018. Bless you! That was 5 years ago. Yes, 5 years. The reason why it took so long to release these chapters, because these chapters come out once every 3 freaking months. 3 or 4 months. I'm like, yeah, that's my biggest problem with D.Gray Man. They spend too much time. Like, this arc, I think they spent way too much time with this stuff. Way too much time. And you're probably thinking, Nick, quick question. How long have you been reviewing D.Gray Man? You want an answer to that? I have been reviewing D.Gray Man since this arc started. 5 years ago. Yes. I have been officially reviewing this series now for 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, because it all started when I was basically watching the seasons of the series. I was viewing seasons, each season one overall. I didn't start reading the manga until basically that very same month. So, next month marks 5 years since I'd start reviewing the manga. Yes, 5 years. The last chapter I reviewed that back in February. Yes, February of this year. So yeah, they go and deal with Truth of the Holy War, and that's the end of the chapter. And I am so happy that we finally move on to something new. And of course, next chapter is called Contact. So we have, looks like Alan, I think it's Alan, waking up from the night's slumber. He gets up drinking water. Of course, I go with Nia. So, wants to chat here, and they're like, yeah, basically talking to himself for quite a while in the chapter. Some Akaporos, and of course, him seeing with somebody else. Come forward. Yeah, Nia, I think, is supposed to be because he's the host to a Noah. You see, technically, Alan is not a Noah. He's a host to a Noah. So, and that's literally the whole chapter, just basically Alan talking to himself. The whole chapter. It is interesting, though. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with Alan talking to himself the whole chapter in the mirror. Like, he's talking to Nia the whole chapter. Yeah, when I read this, I'm like, I do not have an issue with this. The reason why? Because we're progressing forward. Not stuck in the freaking past. That's one of my biggest problems with the series, is they stuck to an area too long. And I think it might be the writer. She just basically just want to take her time with this. I heard something that Jump Fest, that she's going to be doing a segment for, she's doing some artwork for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball. Which, great for her to do that. But, in my honest opinion, I think she should probably get some help with this manga to get it out on time. Because, from what I've seen, apparently the manga has moved to several different magazines. And the only reason it keeps moving because the writer's poor health. Yes. Like, have her just do the writing and have somebody else do the artwork. Someone who can actually emulate her style. Like, maybe Kelly Jones, for example. Like, I'm sure he'd be happy to do it because, as far as I can tell, he's not doing much for American comics. Like, I think the last book he did was Batman Kings of Fear. That was it. It was a Scarecrow miniseries. I mean, he is one of her inspirations for her manga, like the art style. I'm sure he probably want to have a job probably doing it. It's just him being asked. But as far as I can tell, I've never heard of where a manga is drawn by American artists. Also, as far as I can tell, he has no problem keeping a schedule on time. So, the only problem is basically different countries. She's off in Japan. He's here in the U.S. I personally never met Kelly Jones at all. So, yeah. I'm going to give these 2 chapters a 9 out of 10. Actually, give it 9.5 better because the past stuff is over. We're finally done. So maybe next chapter, what comes out in, because this chapter, let's see, how long, I think this chapter may come out, let's see, how long ago to 247? I think 247 is the end of this arc, of this saying goodbye to Alan Walker stuff. That came out actually back in April. This may be like a bonus chapter, they just happened to be released. And by the way, this arc is 227, so 21 chapters say goodbye stuff. Yeah, 5 years this is going on for. Though, this is definitely a series, even Ty Epicorn would love to see the series come back. But the problem is basically, is when. If you're really curious, how long ago did the last episode of the anime end? Like, how long ago was it? 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Actually, well, here, aired about 6 years ago. Yeah, they aired the most recent season, which is the first one they've aired in years. This, I think, is kind of weird when it comes to American release date. So, the first season show released in Japan in October 2006. Released here in March 2009. Released on a consistent basis. Yeah, no break, and of course, that ended in 2007. Of course, it's ended in 2010. And here's something really weird, though. They decided to dub for some strange reason. They dubbed Hollow before they dubbed Season 2. Like, Hollow came out from January 10th to January 16th, 26th of 2017. This aired over the course of, like almost like a week. And then, then here's something strange, though. Next thing they aired was Season 2. They released it in October. Roughly 9 months after they released Hollow. And then everything released, of course, here anyways. That last episode aired in June of 2018. Season 2's last episode aired in September 2008. I'm sure the voice cast, the dub cast, would love to do a season, but it all depends. Now you're probably thinking, okay, when they released the last episode of the series, which goes simply Walker, the first they got to was chapter 208. Yes, that was the first they got to, was chapter 208. Yeah, they had just started to adapt the Search for Alan Walker arc. Yeah, 208. I think adapted like the first like it was like 2 or 3 pages. Yeah, they just started it. Now you probably would think, is there enough material to do, let's say, another season, perhaps? You want my honest answer for that? As of right now, the answer is yes. I do think so. Yeah, I do think so. Yeah, you can pull one season out of these chapters. Yes, I do think so. But it all depends upon whoever animates it. I mean, it's literally 40, it's like 40, it's like about 40 chapters. So, yes, I do agree. I do think so. But I would stick to doing 2 chapters an episode. Don't rush it. You could do it like probably about 20 episodes per se. Like a quick 20 episode season, just wrap it up there. Don't do it in 13 episodes. That just rushes too quickly. That's what I probably would do. And the thing is, it's been 6 years since the anime aired in Japan. Actually, more like 7 years. So they could do it, but it all depends upon if they want to do it. Some might think, oh, there's not enough material. There is. They went to chapter 208. The most recent chapter that just came out was 247. That's 39 chapters. That is perfect for a full season. Like, you can maybe pull like a 12 episode season out of this. If you want to. I would probably just stick with adapting the Search for Alan Walker arc. Which his arc itself is not very long. It's like 19 chapters. I actually adapted the first chapter already. So, if you think about it, that's 18 chapters. You can do this in 9 episodes. Thinking, really? Yeah, really. Excuse me, this arc, you can probably do this in just, let's see. Well, since there's been, this arc is going on now, this is like 22, actually like 21. So, this one could easily be going on for a little while. I definitely say you can do another season out of this, but like I said, it's all about the series. So, yeah, that's pretty much a particular view. It looks like I'm going to see Eden Zero for tomorrow, so there's that. So I'm going to wrap it up here. So, to yourself tomorrow with Eden Zero, Meshuggah Tensei, Case Closed, and Kamen Rider Black. Okay, next video. Bye.